Yo, what's going on, everyone? We are back at it with another Prizepicks video. And we're going to go ahead and give y'all a play for today. We're going to do either, I don't know, I'm thinking about doing the a four-man play that's going to go ahead and pay out 8x, right? So we'll get into that. But before I do that, man, Monday Night Football was a ridiculous game in a way, right? I mean, it's always good to have football on any day, right? But the Los Angeles Rams could not find the end zone to save their freaking life, right? Matthew Stafford went over, right? We took Puka to go over 69.5 receiving yards. We took Jonnu to go over 35.5. All those went over. And then, so this is the ridiculous thing, right? Jonnu Smith ended up falling at the 1 yard line after getting a huge catch, which catches over 45, right? And then he fell at the 1 yard line. And I was like, there it is. Here it is. The fantasy or the football gods want me to cash this Devin Achan over 0.5 rush touchdown right here. And they're giving it to me by tripping Jonnu Smith at the 1 yard line. So they snap the ball and Tua drops back and passes it to Tyreek Hill. Passes it to Tyreek Hill at the 1 yard line instead of just dishing the rock to Devin Achan. Obviously, it was the right play because they got the touchdown. But man, it was a bad play for us, right? I mean, so we took it was a 8.5x payout. We put $37.50 to win $318, and it was so close to catching. Devin Achan just could not get that over 0.5 rush plus reception touchdown. It is what it is. We're going to go ahead and give y'all a winner for today, though. And then we had another one, right, that I sent out in the VIP, right? We were so close, man. I think if the Rams would have just got a touchdown at some point during the game and made this more competitive, right? Then, I mean, the score is a lot closer than the game gave up. Right? I mean, I have no idea what went on in week 10, where just quarterbacks were just throwing interceptions after interceptions and just turning the ball over, whether it's through fumble or just throwing it to the wrong players, right? But Tua over 251.5 pass yards. Like I said, if Matt Stafford would have thrown in a touchdown or two, then I think Tua would have definitely hit this because they would have had to pass the ball more instead of running, right? And we were extremely, extremely close to cashing. Just one big drive away from cashing this. That would have been another 8x payout, right? So we were going to win 16.5x units on Monday Night Football, and then it just fell to shit because of Los Angeles Rams could not find the end zone. But man, let's go on over. Let's give y'all the play for today, right? So I'm going to go over and go to my typical play, because I think this is going to be one of those, kind of like the Cincinnati Bengals and Baltimore Ravens. I think this is going to be one of those rivalries that's going to feed families for decades, man. I mean, we got the Washington Commanders, right, going up against the Eagles. It's going to be insane. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and take Jaden Daniels over 228.5 passing yards. Combine that with Jalen Hurts over 255.5 passing yards. You can see this. Jalen Hurts has hit this in the last three of the last five. Obviously, I mean, they just ransacked the Cowboys, and he didn't hit a pass too much or go over this. Barkley didn't need to do much against the Cowboys, right? So I think in a game where he's definitely going to be challenged, 225.5 is not that much. Same with Jaden Daniels, 227.5 passing yards is not that much, right? Even in a game where he struggled, he had his worst NFL game against Pittsburgh. Granted, Pittsburgh is a stellar defense. Also, Jaden Daniels is dealing with that. I think it's a rib injury that he's still dealing with. He's good to go, right? He's going to play. But, I'm sure it's still bothersome. I'm sure there's still some pain, especially when rotating. Because when you rotate and you throw, that rib cage has to move, right? So if that rib cage moves, and he has rib pain, there's going to be some discomfort with that throwing, right? Especially getting hit. So, I definitely, in a week later, right, he's probably doing better. No, he's not on the injury report, none of that. So I'm definitely going to take Jaden Daniels over 227.5 passing yards, right? And we're going to go ahead and combine that with So we're going to go ahead and combine it with Terry McLaurin over 63.5 receiving yards, and AJ, everything was just right here. That's hilarious. And AJ Brown over 82.5 receiving yards, right? So that's an 8x payout. Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Terry, and AJ Brown to go over their receiving yard, passing and receiving yard projection, man. It's a pretty simple, obvious play to me, right? I think this is going to be one of those shootout games, and I'm excited for it. It's going to be an insane game, and let's look to cash this out, man. I mean, I'm pumped for it. So, and the Eagles defense this year, even in the secondary, they're actually pretty good. They've been pretty decent against defending these receivers, but I still think Terry McLaurin is going to go out there and ball out, right? We got Brian Robinson Jr. back as well, right? So taking him over a touchdown is kind of interesting, right? I kind of might dabble in that, right? But this is the play that I like for today, right? I'm going to go ahead, lock in, man, $25 to win $25 to win $200 on that one, right? That is my unit size. I am sticking to it, right? My face just froze, man. I don't know what it is. It's the software or my computer, but $25 to win $200 on that one. Lock in, everybody. And let's go ahead. Let's get through this win. If y'all want to go ahead and hop on my VIP, I still have my discount available, right? So all you have to do is go to winnable.com/DSP, type in code November at checkout, and you will go ahead and get 80% off of my VIP. All you have to do is go to the link in the description down below and you'll get hooked up. All right, well, that's the play for today. Make sure you go ahead and lock it in, and I'll see y'all in the VIP.